YouTube, what is going on? Today we're going to be watching this video on why the first 100K is hard, but to get to $1 million is easy after that. And so this guy right here, obviously you could tell he's big into the math. He's broken it all down, and what he's going to explain in this video is that first 100K, it's hard. It's really hard, but then after that it gets much easier. And so I'm really curious to see this because I'm at that point where I'm definitely not at $1 million, but maybe after this video he can help me get there. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it.
So your first 100K is the hardest part of this journey. So let me show you how. This on average will take 7 to 10 years. Once you get to your first 100K, let me show you how easy it is to get to over $1 million. And even $2 million, $3 million, it doesn't really matter. It's a matter of time at that point. So in investing, you want to get to your first 100,000 as quick as possible. People find that to be very hard, and I'll show you why. But once you get there, the first million is actually quite easy. Now for this instance, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $7,000 per year. I prefer Roth IRAs. That's the maximum contribution if you're under the age of 50 that you can make in 2024. You could also do this in a 401k, a 403b, other tax advantage vehicles. It could be a traditional account. I like Roth accounts because whenever I pull the money out, it's tax-free. The S&P 500 has generally returned a 10.7% year-over-year annualized rate of return over the last 30 years. So if we adjust that for inflation, so that 10.7% minus 2 to 4%, somewhere around 7 or 8% per year on average. So we're going to be conservative and use that 7%. So over that 5-year period of investing $7,000 per year, I've contributed $35,000 to the account.
Okay.
I now have $40,000 because of the compounding effect, and I'm now growing at about $3,000 per year. At 10 years, I've contributed $70,000 to the account, but it's grown to $97,000.
All right, so this is basically your starting point, right? 100K, the 10-year mark. This is pretty much your starting point. So if you could start with $100,000 starting point.
Not really much of a difference between these two values. It's now starting to return $7,000 a year in growth. If you follow this through, let's go to 35 years out. I've contributed $245,000 to the account. The account's worth now $968,000. It grew $723,000. At that point, the account's now growing at a rate of about $68,000 per year. So if I go from 35 years to 40 years, I've only added another $35,000. But the money's grown from $968,000 to now $1.4 million. The account is growing now at $98,000 per year. 5 years later, I'm at $2 million.
Holy
From 45
crap.
to 50, it's grown another $846,000. So it's now almost $3 million, and it's now earning $199,000 per year if we talk about 7% annualized rate of return. Really, all the time is up here. So the quicker you get to that first 100K, that's where it really explodes.
So let's say you don't even take that 10 years, right? Let's say that you get 100K in here when you're 20. By the time, what is this? This is 25 years later. So by the time that you're 45, you're going to have $1 million. Saying that, that's it. It's crazy. Oh, shoot, my bad.
This growth, once you get to a large enough number, it's actually contributing more money than you're contributing each year. So when you're contributing $7,000, it's contributing $7,000, $68,000, $98,000, $140,000, $199,000 per year. Now people will say this is a really long time to wait, and I agree with that. Get started as early as possible. Here's something to note. Even $100 at 20 years old, that $100 is going to grow. So $100 times the 1.07, so 7 is that 7%, raised to the 45 power, 45 years of compounding. Effectively, it's $2,100 at 65. If that same person just waits till they're 40, puts $100 away, that $100 grows to approximately $543 at 65. So if you started at 20 versus 40, with the same amount of money being contributed each month, effectively, you have 4 times the amount of money at retirement. So time is on your side. If you're older, you have to effectively contribute 4 times the amount of money Invest early, even in small amounts. People will say, well, I don't have any money, I can't invest. The average American, and this typically is in the lower 40%, so if someone is considered in lower income or lower middle income, they spend approximately $2,400 per year on lottery, gambling, alcohol, and tobacco. So if you took those vices and actually put that in here, that could grow to a considerable.
With that, that's about half of the max per year. So I mean, you get there at in 20 years, but then another 25 years. I mean, dude, you're still gonna be $1 million. All you gotta do is just drop that crap.
Amount of money. There's some crazy ways of getting money. I know one of my aunts, she actually sells plasma. She makes like $800 to $1,000 a month on that. So that's an extra, $8,000-$9,000.
So she sold plasma, which can earn $800 per month. That's more a year than the max contribution, and they'll get you to your 100K. So in literally 35 years, selling your plasma can make you $1 million.
A year.
Is basically
someone else in my family. They actually provide blood for research and other things, and they get $200 to $300 each time they sit down a couple times a month. And generally, they don't even get blood drawn. There's many weird ways.
So there's like, what are you saying? There's many ways to get to $7,000 per year. Stop making excuses for yourself, right? And you don't like needles, you don't want to do plasma, whatever. I get it. Well, dude, go find a way. You know what I mean? Go find a way.
Of making money, they also have like Rent a Friend and some other crazy things. They have side hustles. You can start YouTube channels. You could do delivery services. There's all kinds of things. I know people that have made $100,000 a year just mowing people's grass around the neighborhood. Pretty much anytime there's something to be done and people don't like to do it, you can get paid to do it. If you're interested in making more money.
So shout out to this guy. He spit a lot of facts, guys. Realistically, $100,000. When you look at it, you're like, holy crap, this is a lot. But when you break it down, like $7,000 a year in 10 years, that's gonna turn into $100,000 right there, right? But not even like $7,000. Picture if you put away $7,000 a year, right, to that Roth IRA, but on top of that, you put $7,000 a year into your own investments, and picture that your own investments grow 30% a year. You pick some stock that goes to the moon. You see what I'm saying? Like, you pick some safe stock, but like Tesla went up like 100% this year or something. Picture you do that, and that goes like that. You don't even have to start putting your own money into the Roth IRA. If you put some of your own money into other investments outside, so you max the $7,000, you put other money into your own investments, right? They do good or bad. Let's say it just doesn't matter. But if you can do like Tesla, right? If it goes up 100%, or you find a stock that goes up 100% a year, that 7,000 turns into 14,000, and then you got your next 2 years in Roth IRA donations or contributions done, and then you see what I'm saying? So there's just many ways to grow wealth. Just be smart about it. Don't gamble away your money. All these people, $2,400 a year. So shout out to this guy for making this video. I learned a lot. Hopefully you guys did too. Blake, want to sign out. Peace.